know, man. LBM, that's something. It's like a mindset. It's like a little trigger. LBM stands for Little Bitch Marco. But I mean, that can stand for anything.
It is for anyone. If it was me, LBR, yeah.
Anybody. But like you said, sometimes I walk in half asleep already, and then you write LBM. By you writing that, it triggers something in my mind, like, oh shit, wake up. You know, come on, it's time to go.
It's go time. It's go time.
Let's rock and roll. We're here. Let's get it done.
Hey guys, welcome to In For The Kill. Today, as you can see, we decided to go a little out of the box. I've actually never done something like this before. I've never seen something like this before, so I thought it'd be really cool. Joseph, my camera guy, he's actually behind the scenes. He's actually right here. You guys can see him, but he's the one that thought of this, and I thought it was really cool. So we're in Corona Del Mar. I got Marco. We work together. We've been working together for about a year now. We do sales, but Marco's been doing all these things that have just like, you know, been really out of the box, and he's been pushing himself. So Marco, thanks for being here today, man.
Thank you for having me, dude. This brings back memories. My grandma literally used to work right across the street from here. I grew up in this beach, man. I like this.
Dude, that's crazy. Like, I mean, when you were thinking back then, you think like, oh, Corona Del Mar is the place where my grandma used to work, and now we're making this new memory. You're gonna be thinking, oh man, Corona Del Mar, that's the place that I did the podcast in. That's the place that's where I got my start. Yeah. So I mean, we've been talking about this. You've been trying to be a cop for about how long now? It's been more than a year, but you've been.
Yeah, it's been. I want to say it's been like over a year, but I was an explorer for like 3 years. So the process has been a while. So.
Yeah. What is that? What's the explorer?
Explorer. So being an explorer, it's kind of like hands-on. Kind of you go on ride-alongs. You do everything a cop does, but without a badge and everything.
Okay. And then when did you start that?
I started that my senior year of high school.
Yeah. So, what, like, you know, explain it to me. What makes you feel like you want to be the person that goes out there and protects others? Like, why do you put yourself in that risk? In that, you know, like, because you're not thinking of yourself. You're thinking of others.
Dude, honestly, it's a great question. It all started in high school and my family. So going back to my family. Growing up in an environment where you're scared of law enforcement, you know?
Yeah.
So all these little things, and then helping people, you know? I want to put myself in a situation where I can change a life. And if I'm there, I can make a difference.
Yeah.
So this is something that
you're
driving that way.
You're not only going to save a life, but you're not only going to change a life, but you're also going to be able to like save a life.
No, absolutely.
You know, and that's really cool because I think that there's especially in the U.S. there's this really weird emotion towards cops and towards the badge, and like, you know, people overusing their authority, but I don't think a lot of people know the stress that comes along with it, and maybe you might be able to shed some light on that. Like, do you think that it's something that people don't understand completely?
No, yeah, I definitely do. I can share a little bit more on that.
Yeah.
I'm not a cop yet, but I hung out with cops and I kind of know their lives a little bit. So they do go under a lot of stress people don't see, you know. There's reports involved. You get to a scene, you see a dead body, you see this. People expect you to be in charge, you know.
Yeah.
They don't see all the stress going inside your head.
Yeah.
So cops build this, you know. They don't say anything because they're strong people, but it's something the public doesn't see, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something. I mean, we have talked about how you actually want to do stuff after you become a cop. You want to almost have this place that they can feel better about themselves, relieve that stress, because that's something that they're such strong people, they kind of hold on to that. And I can't even imagine what that feels like, you know, because to be a cop, you have to have seen some things and everything. And you're pursuing either highway patrol, right, CHP, or I think you were even going to go into Santa Ana PD just to get there, right?
No, yeah. So my main goal is CHP. I did try Santa Ana PD. Things happen in background, so giving it another shot with CHP and see how that goes.
No, but, I remember seeing you because you started where we work about a year ago, and I think 2 or 3 months later you applied towards that, and you got rejected, right?
I know. That was really hard, man. Literally feels like, man. You feel like carving, you know, at some point, like just off to the side. But that shouldn't discourage anybody, you know.
It's not so much because you got I think it's not so much the rejection, it's because you wanted it so bad.
Yeah, I think
right?
that's what it was. I was striving for it. I was looking forward to it. I was I want to say a little too overconfident.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So you gotta stay humble in situations like this.
Yeah. Yeah, well that's cool, man. And to be a cop, you really have to have that strong mindset. And you want to tell people about LBM?
Oh man.
So
LBM.
I'll fill them in a little, and then I'll let you fill them in
mean,
on what it means. But
great, you brought it up, man.
You know, since we've been working in the first year, you've changed so much mentally, right? The way that you think and the way that you act, and it's night and day the way that you started. And what happens is basically in the morning you come in, and you're like a little you're not so fresh, you know. And everything that you had the day before seems like it went right out the window. So I call you LBM, or I put LBM, right? Tell people a little bit more about LBM.
I mean, since you brought it up, man. But no, man, LBM, that's something. It's like a mindset. It's like a little trigger. LBM stands for Little Bitch Marco. But I mean, that can stand for anything.
It is for anyone. If it was me, LBR, yeah.
Anybody. But like you said, sometimes I walk in half asleep already, and then you write LBM. By you writing that, it triggers something in my mind, like, oh shit, wake up, you know, come on, it's time to go.
It's go time, it's go time.
Let's rock and roll. We're here. Let's get it done. You know?
Yeah. And that's such a huge, crucial part of everything. It's mindset, man. Like, and
it's all in your head. It's crazy.
It's ever since I started doing that, like every day you're able to shift right out of it.
Oh yeah.
And can you imagine, like, there's people that say, I've had off days, it's been a month, it's been a year, and I can't snap out of it. Yeah. And it's like there's that power that's inside of you to just flip.
Oh yeah.
Just switch it.
You're absolutely right. Just, for example, like, you by writing that, it should trigger something, like it should kind of get you mad. Let's go. But some people, though, they even bring themselves even more down, you know? You say LBM and they,
I am, yeah. You remember when you first started? That's kind of how you were.
That's how I felt. Like, by you writing that, when I wasn't fully committed and like, all right, let's get it done, I would feel bad. Like, to be honest, I would try not to show it, but like internally, I was like, fuck, these fools are picking on me, you know? Like, I felt down.
Yeah.
Like, now my mind has changed, and like, when you say that, it triggers.
Yeah.
Let's get it done.
And let's expand on that a little bit more, because if somebody does tell you something, I mean, I'm pretty tough, and you know that about me. Like, and I told you, like, if you don't want me to be tough, then I'm probably just not going to tell you what you're doing wrong, or I'm not going to tell you anything anymore, and I'm going to focus on me, right? But if we can be real with each other, and you can tell me, like, hey, Ruben, you know what? You're fucking that up, dude. You know what? You're screwing this up. You should be trying harder. You're doing your work, and you're doing it half-assed. If you can tell me that, man, that's gonna hurt. But if I can't tell you back, hey, you know what? You're absolutely right. I screwed up. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Thank you for that. Like, but it's not gonna happen again. Ownership.
That's how it should be, man. I feel like that's a true friend. You know, they're telling you your flaws. That way you get better. You know, it's not for you to. It's not for you to come down. You know, feel bad about yourself. It's for you to snap out of it.
Yeah.
So that's what I think.
And I'm glad you get that. And you know, it's like almost like not maybe a millennial mindset. You know, there's so many millennials that are actually good about everything that they're actually thinking about and everything, but it really is like almost like an immature mindset. I think you could say it's a very, very immature mindset to feel words and get hurt by them and react emotionally because of it.
I could definitely relate to that. You know, some people just bring themselves down, but like I said, you just got to get over that. It's all in your mind. You got to overcome that. You got to see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
I think that's what it comes down to.
So looking back a year ago, right? A year ago when you first started, what were you hoping to accomplish in your life, and how has that changed to now where you're at, like right now?
Man,
it's a loaded question, I know.
Dude, this is, you know, like I can honestly, I'm so grateful to be in this position where I'm at at Viking working with you, because my mind has really like opened up. Like, I could be a millionaire, you could be a millionaire, anybody could be a millionaire, you know? And I wasn't thinking this. So when I got here, I was literally, I'm gonna make some money, get by, try to make it to the academy. If I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. You know, just getting by. Now my mind's like, let's go. We can do this. You know, we're in it. Let's kill it. You know, in for the kill. Gotta go all the way in. So I could be a millionaire, you could be a millionaire. You just got to set your mind. And then we talked about this in the morning. Action, right? Action. You just got to thought, put some action to it, and get it done.
Yeah, that was it was like such a beautiful example, and I know that it was more geared towards like business. But Eric Thomas, I mean, I'm bringing up more and more. Like I was kind of on somebody else's. I was like learning from somebody else, and recently I've been going back to Eric Thomas. And you kind of want to talk about like what that example was in the morning?
Yeah, refresh our mind a little.
Yeah.
Of him like having like that big skin and action, right? So when something happened, something negative, right? It was something negative.
It was extremely negative. It was a Las Vegas shooting. That just happened like last year.
Yeah. So what he did, he took that negativity right away, switched into something positive, right?
Yeah.
So he went to school. He was kind of encouraging people. So I believe he said 50 people got hurt.
Yeah, 50 people died.
50 people died. So he inspired 50 people right after, right?
Well, it was he basically said that he was inspiring 50, but he went to a high school, in Vegas, and basically had all these signs that said like I love you, and he was saying, hey, I love you, I believe in you, and everything. And maybe it was 50, maybe it was more, but we don't know,
Yeah.
But the thing is that he saw that and he didn't delay and react. He knew that like if it took an extra day to get out there, it was so fresh in everybody's mind. He's like, you know what? At night this happened. The next morning, I'm gonna go to these people's school and tell them, there's so much hate that's being portrayed in this, and I'm gonna show them that it doesn't matter because they're still loving this story.
Oh yeah.
People still love will always conquer.
Love
hate.
will conquer. That's something he said, and it kind of stuck with me too. Like there's so much hate.
Yeah.
But love is the only most powerful thing. He said. So.
Yeah.
And I like how he refers to the Bible a lot. He kind of brings in a lot of little things like that kind of inspire you to do better.
Oh well, I can't wait for you to see the what we have with Tim's story.
Oh man, dude, I'm excited for that. World shaking. I like that. Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah.
But I mean, is it weird for you now that you have this mentality that you've been exposed to all this? Is it weird for you to say, hey, I'm gonna become a millionaire?
Dude, it is not weird. It's super. I guess it was a little weird in the beginning, but now, like it's so achievable. It's not weird. Like I'm investing in myself, buying programs, just getting better. That is something I learned too. You got to invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Personally, get better. That way, you get some knowledge. Get some new.
Yeah.
Get it going.
Yeah. It's so weird the stuff that you'll learn and the people that you'll meet. Especially like this conference that we just went to, and the speaker, the guy that was hosting it wasn't even for me, but I felt so happy that you were there because it was such a direct connection to you. It was almost scary, wasn't it? That it was the exact same. It was the exact same thing that you. Yeah.
It's just something I really pictured, and this guy literally said it on the stage. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's talking to me.
He was a cop. He was a cop. He was very happy being a cop. And he just. What was the reason that he actually started wanting more or doing more? Something happened, I remember.
So I think it was just financially. He wasn't, being a cop, I guess 10 years ago, the salary wasn't there. So
yeah.
He had a family living in LA. So it's a little tough. So he started flipping houses, going into real estate.
And history tends to repeat itself, right?
Yeah.
So he was a cop, he was flipping real estate. You want to be a cop. What are you doing now?
Man, it's crazy.
What are you doing now?
I am starting to invest in real estate.
And you're going to be flipping real estate?
I'm going to be flipping and I know, it's
dude,
crazy.
That's the secret, man. Like, you follow right in people's steps. The guy basically paved the path for you.
He did, man. I invested a lot of money right now. So I got these programs going on. I'm starting my company. You're actually helping me with my logo and all that good stuff. So that's coming along this week. It's going live and it's gonna go. And I'm going in.
What's the name of it?
It's called Secured Realty. Yeah, Secured Realty.
Yeah.
So check it out. It's gonna blow up. I know it is because I'm gonna commit. My wife's in this too. So
That's important, man. That's really
having
really
family
important.
support. I think is somebody that believes in you. No matter what. Because there's a lot of people that are gonna say things about you, and you just gotta really take in certain things.
It's whoever controls your headspace. If you have the wrong person that controls your headspace, you'll be so into something, and then they'll call you and they'll disrupt everything. And I mean, it's not that you can't get out of it, but that disruption is such time lost.
No, it is. And then it's the most valuable thing we got.
It's time.
Time, man. We can't go back in time. It's crazy.
Bobby Castro, me and you have been, but his biggest thing is non-refundable minutes.
Non-refundable minutes.
And that's such a crazy saying. I mean, non-refundable minutes.
If you put some thought into that, yeah, it's crazy. You can't go back. You can't get this time back. It's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, what is it that with the real estate, what is it that you're hoping to expect? How soon? Like do you have a house that you're already looking at?
I got goals. My goals are crazy, man.
You looking at a house right now?
I started looking at a house the first day I went to the seminar. It's that bad. So my goal is to get a deal done this month.
Yeah.
We just started. So get a deal this month.
You got 30 days.
I know.
As long as you work on the weekends.
30 days. I like that, yeah.
As long as you work on the weekends, you got time.
We got time, so we're gonna get that done this month. I got a convention. I think it's gonna be in Vegas. So this program is full of conventions. So I got a convention the 24th, 25, 26.
Yeah, look at that. I thought I knew everything about you, and you still hold some secrets on.
So it's going good, man. I like it.
But when's that? When's the Vegas one?
It's gonna start the 24th. Yeah, this month, the 24th, 25, 25.
Okay. And then you also got Impact is next month.
Impact players.
I mean, we've been kind of almost like promoting that, that should be another good one. I really think that's going to be a very, very good one. Dude, it's just like being around the right people. Like you meeting that cop, that guy was. It was so weird, man. It was just so weird that you guys have the same story. Same thing that I kind of went through with DJ, and you go through your life just like, oh man, nobody really understands me. And when you find that person that's doing the exact same thing as you, that already had the feeling before you even had them,
it's that little kick, man. That somebody's got to inspire you.
You gotta connect with that guy. I mean, you gotta reach out to him, and I'm sure he'd be very, very interested in helping you and maybe even training you, because there's so very few people that understands him too. There's so very few people that can relate to him and say like, hey, I was a cop, I loved it, but I needed more money. Because maybe if you're a cop, you're just like, I need more money and I don't even really like this job and it's so stressful. But he was like, I really thoroughly enjoy this job, And that's something that even I can't understand, because I want to help people, but my way of helping people is like, hey, I want to make more money and have more currency, so that way when somebody gets into financial trouble, because I feel like that's such a big problem, right? Never in my mind did I ever think, hey, I want to help somebody by actually, protecting them, carrying a gun and a badge, and when they're in trouble, putting my own life on the line. That's something that I really admire you. That's something that I admire the people.
No, it's like they said at the convention. I think you heard this. I'm sure you were there. So they said, invest your time and money in something that you would do for free, right?
Yeah.
So put your time in that. That inspires you. That triggers you. That you would even do it for free.
Yeah.
What does that tell you? That tells you everything. So that's where your money's at. If you're gonna do it for free, you might as well go in all the way in.
Yeah. If you died today, right? If you died today,
you're gonna put me in a weird spot or what?
Yeah, I am. But if you died today, what would you want your son to remember you by? What's the story that you would want them to know about you?
This is so funny because I've been thinking about this. I mentioned it to my wife. She's like, we gotta get this done. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna commit. So what I want to leave to my son, I want to leave him with something that he could take a little bit, and help other people. Building this company, if you take it or not, that'll be up to him. But he's gonna remember his dad as doing something big for the community, putting his life at risk, and starting a company at the same time. This is something that I feel like if my dad would have done that, it would have changed the game.
Yeah.
We would have been a step ahead.
You only know what you know, man.
You only know what you know.
You only know what you know. And that's something that I've been saying. I actually, as soon as I put it in my last podcast, now it's been coming up more and more. And that's something that relates to everybody, that you can translate, and whoever you talk to. Because whenever you talk to somebody, you'll be like, oh, I'm so frustrated because of this, and this. And automatically you can say, you only know what you know.
You only know what you know.
The insanity of wanting to do the same thing and expecting different results, it's because you only know what you know.
Yeah, this is true. You meet somebody, you might know something you don't know.
And then it changes everything. That's how you change
sparks
everything.
Something, and it sparks interest. Now you know something you don't know, and you want to know even more.
Yeah.
So that's the beauty of it. I like that.
Yeah.
So
What's the one thing you've learned? Let's say, I'll start with the year, and if you can't think, maybe I'll go with the month, right? But what's the one thing you learned this year that has just absolutely blown your mind?
dude, action has me going in a different direction. You know, like we all talk. Hey, I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to get fit. I want to go to the gym. I want to be a millionaire. I want to make some money. But we just talk. We don't do it. You know,
Yeah.
action is that key word. Are you gonna do it or not?
Yeah.
Put some time into it and just go for it. Commit.
Yeah.
Commit in action.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm taking from this year. Being with you, being around these beautiful people that know what they're talking about. Action.
Yeah. It, it's always like you can make a decision, but how much time you go between decision and actually doing it is a waste of time.
Absolutely, and I can relate to this like last week, investing a lot of money in this program. You know, I was sitting down. I'm like, should I do this or should I not? It's a lot of money. That little thing, like, just go for it. You got to be able to make a decision. You know, people that know how to make a decision in the spot.
And even the second conference, even the second
Absolutely.
conference, Impact Players, I showed you a video and you're like, wow, I'm really excited for that. And so I'm making a call. We're at work. I'm making a call, and you come over and you with your phone and you
I'm
put
like,
it up
hey,
against
I
the
got
glass and you knock and you're like, I got it. And I was like,
the
okay,
tickets,
cool.
man. I got the tickets. I bought one for myself and I bought one for my wife.
It was like 5 minutes. It was
Literally,
a 5-minute decision.
5-minute decision. Man.
And if you would have dragged that on for 2 weeks, the
I
only
wouldn't-
difference.
I would have never done it.
And even if you would have done it in 2 weeks, the only thing you lost is time and that mental, like, oh, I gotta remember, should I do it, should I not? I gotta remember, should I do it, should I not?
Absolutely.
Why do we do that to ourselves?
That's the thing. That's the beauty. Thought, like you said before, thought is instant, right? So you think something,
You either
just
do it or you don't. You either do it or you
It's
don't.
yes or a no. Yes or no. There's no maybe. There's no I'll do it later. It's a yes or a no, right?
Yeah.
Typically, when people say maybe, that's gonna lead to more time and no. It's instant.
I'm kind of hoping that Joseph tells us when we're getting close.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we don't actually know. But
Hey, I could talk all night.
yeah, I know.
We just started.
No, I know. So I had one question for you, and this one was a little bit more, out of the box. If you don't feel comfortable answering this, for sure, just let me know. But since you are going to be in the line of duty, right? Have you thought when the time comes and you have to actually stand there in front of somebody who threats other people, and you have to pull the trigger? Have you actually had that come inside your head and you think, am I going to be able to do this?
Honestly, it's ran across my mind. I don't have the training as a cop yet, but from what I learned and seeing other cops talk about, if you're gonna do something, you gotta commit. I'm gonna stand in front of somebody, save your life. It's my job. I signed up for this. It's my responsibility.
You got to protect at the end of the day.
Protect. So if I gotta pull the trigger, I will pull the trigger.
Yeah.
That's personally me. I don't know about the training, how you're gonna go, but
But it's it's one of those things that it really comes down to, again, how you perceive the action, right? It's not so much maybe about taking that life, but it's about saving others. And I understand that now. I get what you're saying, that it is very, I thought it was a sensitive subject, but at the end of the day, like, you're there to, you're the one that's there to keep the peace.
It all falls back to us, The public, there's great people out there. There's people that are trained, that they know how to do this, but you're law enforcement. You're the face of the people.
Yeah. But are you gonna continue speeding? No,
keep it light,
I'm just messing
I don't
with you.
speed, okay?
No, I know. That's the last thing we want them. We want them thinking you're a bad influence.
No,
you're a really good guy, man. You're an absolutely really really good guy. I appreciate met you, having you in my life. There's sometimes where we get frustrated with each other. Because sometimes I push too hard. Sometimes you, because I feel that I expect more from you. But at the end of the day, I feel that you're a very very good person.
I really personally, I want to thank you. I would have never found, I would have never found myself. That's how I want to put it, because I would have been LBM a year ago. I would have stayed LBM. I am not LBM right now. And I love it. And I want to thank you for that, because you showed me the way. It all falls back to a mentor. Everybody feel like we need a mentor in the life, somebody to guide us in the right direction. You know, we only think so much because we come from certain races. I mean, my family, I'm a Latino. I come from a background where you gotta think small.
Yeah.
Save, 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 save. You know, I saw a video from Brad and I showed it to him. You know, so he basically gives an example. Like, he goes to this guy's house. He's building a house. He's building it with a butter knife, and he's got a bunch of tools on the side. And he's like, "Hey man, why aren't you using your tools?" It's like, "I'm saving the tools." So he's using a butter knife. So that's like our money, man. We got to put our money to work, invest it in ourselves. You know, it's not gonna put your money to work.
It's. I mean, we've been bringing this up so often nowadays because it's one of the biggest. It's almost like a lie, you know, that you get told put it in the bank, right? And you don't realize when it's in the bank, it's not doing anything.
It's not going anywhere.
And the economy, basically money depreciates because you have inflation every year. So your $1 million, if you save $1 million and you retire with $1 million, that's probably only going to be worth $600,000 at the end of it, you know, when you retire.
You're right.
So it's like there's so many things that you can do to invest, and a lot of the times maybe you just don't know what it is, but you got to start somewhere. And it's kind of like it's kind of almost like working out. It's like doing anything. You got to start off small. Again, ET, man, I'm so fired up on this guy.
ET,
but
man.
ET, small steps, long strides.
Oh man.
Small steps, long strides. You know what? If you take small steps, but you keep going, you're gonna get there, and you're gonna go far, right? But if you start running, you're gonna get what's it called? You're gonna get tired very, very quick, right? So that's the problem, is that most people want to start running, and you see this a lot. Oh, I'm gonna practice for my SATs. You know, I'm gonna practice for my SATs. Hasn't studied the whole year. I'm gonna stay up all night. Dude, 12 o'clock comes around, they're sleeping, you know? I'm gonna go to the gym. You see those guys that look like me, you know, and all of a sudden they're pumping iron. You don't see them back in the gym for like 10 days.
Dude, yeah. And then you get those people that go to the gym and they don't do anything, you know? They're there just wasting their time. If you're gonna go, just put it to work, you know?
Small steps, long strides.
Yeah,
long strides, man. That's what it's all about.
But man, yeah, thank you. I really... You've been like a role model to me, to be honest. Like, where you at right now? I know you're gonna blow up. You got all this going.
And I don't even feel like I want you to look at me as a mentor, to be honest. I just when I see somebody in a situation that was similar to mine, I feel for them. You know, and I feel like, man, this person could be something. They have something great inside them. They have something that is very similar to what I had. And it sucks if no one tells them that. Right?
You gave me that shot, man. Being in sales, you know, like this job.
But you had it. You had it in you. Like, I asked about you 1 week in, like, who is this guy? Because you didn't look like you belonged down there. You know what I mean? You looked like you were clean shaven. You actually cared about the way that you dressed. Everybody else just puts on shorts and a t-shirt. You look clean. You look well. And I'm like, why is this guy down here? And all you needed was the opportunity. All you needed was for somebody to tell you, hey, you got something better in you. So don't take this, you know what I mean? And you can tell when you look at like the vast majority of people, they want an extra $1 an hour, right? For an extra $1 an hour, they dress like crap and they complain. That's what you get for an extra $1 an hour. But when you care and you're working downstairs at a factory and you're still shaving every day and you have a clean haircut and you look presentable, that right there just shows that you're not a complainer. It shows that you want more. And all you need is the opportunity, dude.
Dude, I know.
So you showed up, and you gave everything, and that was more than enough.
And I had second thoughts, man. Like, honestly, coming into this job, I'm like, I'm gonna be working factory, minimum, getting paid minimum. You know what? I'm gonna make the best out of it. You know?
Yeah.
Some things can lead to other things. You know, that's what I told my wife the other day. You know, she got a job at a dentist's office.
Yeah.
And she didn't like it. She's like, I don't like anybody there. And I hate the manager, I hate this, I hate that. I'm like, babe, just show up, you know? You never know. What about if you kick off with the doctor, you know, the dentist, he takes you under your wing. Boom, let's go. You don't know what to expect. Just show up, perform, just hope for the best, you know?
Yeah, one of my favorite.
That's what I like,
Yeah, one of my favorite, and we mentioned him as the GC man. Show up, even if your eyes are bleeding.
Absolutely.
Even if your eyes are bleeding. If you can get that mentality of what that means, you know, and get the visual, you're like, holy crap, like even if your eyes are bleeding, can you imagine your eyes bleeding and you showing up somewhere and they're like, are you okay? Dude, absolutely not, but I'm here and I'm
go.
they're like, go home and you gotta raise, you know?
That shows commitment. That shows that we're built for so much more, you know? Like, our minds have so much power, you know? We have control over our bodies.
Yeah.
That shows so much.
Yeah.
And I appreciate people like that, you know? You could be going through the worst situation, family, relative passed away, you showed up, you know?
Yeah.
You care about something, you commit, you know?
Absolutely. But yeah, man, so I'm glad that you were able to be on the podcast. Thank you for everything that you're doing. Thank you in advance for choosing that line of work. Again, we're in Corona Del Mar.
Corona Del Mar.
This was one of the most beautiful podcasts we ever. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look back there.
It's beautiful.
If you guys were here, you would appreciate it even more. I mean, the weather, the smell of everything, the fresh salt water. We couldn't have picked a better place for this. Shout out to Joseph, our camera guy, for having this crazy idea. I'm sure that we're
Legacy, Drone Legacy.
Yeah, JD Drone Legacy. We'll go ahead and we'll tag him in this.
Yeah,
and we're probably gonna have a little clip right at the end. Maybe I'll tag it right in the middle of his drone shots.
So yeah, man. Honestly, what I want to give out to the audience, because I feel like a lot of my friends might listen to this.
Yeah.
Young people. I mean, I'm only 22. Tomorrow's my birthday, by the way.
All right, there you go.
Happy birthday.
All right. Yeah. Quick, 15 seconds. Everything that you gotta say, and to all the people you want to say.
Man, I just want to say, commit to something. Take action. Doesn't matter if we're young or not. You know. You don't know what you know, so just go figure out what you want to do, commit, and learn, you know, connect with people.
Yeah.
You know, just don't be quiet, just be out there. If you don't communicate to the person next to you, that guy could be a millionaire. You know? That's it.
All right, cool, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, next one, we got another special treat for you guys right after Marco, so make sure you check out episode 9. Marco, thanks again.
Thank you. Thank
Bye,
you for
guys.
having me.